the creatures which exist at the fringes of human understanding and belief. So you've got Bigfoot, you've got werewolves, the Jolly Green Giant, the Mr. Fruit Salad. I think they fit in very neatly into a little box. That is a box marked
The Loch Ness Monster.
the Loch Ness Monster, and then there's a bigger box which contains the box and the Loch Ness Monster.
Right.
And that box is marked cryptids.
Giant rat of Sumatra.
Yeah, the massive rat.
Scotland is known globally for the Loch Ness Monster, but there is a more recent breed of cryptid which has been sighted in the Edinburgh area at certain times of year: Mr. Fruit Salad. In this documentary, we talk to eyewitnesses, academics and comedians at the fringe to try to establish, is Mr. Fruit Salad real, or just another of the untrue legends? But what is Mr. Fruit Salad? Is he based in reality? A legend born of a true story? Or is he a complete fiction, made up to bolster Edinburgh's terribly low levels of tourism in August?
He's a wiry fella. He likes a kind of a linen jacket, thick bushy beard, very proud of his beard, with a kind of a seam in it halfway through, as though it's been folded up in a packet in a shop. The thing is, he very much likes to keep to himself. I learned that. I was probably the person who got closest to him than anybody else, and even I never really knew him. I think he maybe said 9 words to me in the whole time that we were friends. It's hard to sort of separate the fact from the fiction, really. A lot of rumours of some terrible crimes. It's not my place to speculate on those at all. Theft, kidnapping, arson, dognapping, sort of cannibalism comes up a lot. I never saw any evidence of that. He was vegan, as far as I know. I thought I saw him out in the middle of the sea. There's rumours that he was a sort of a Russian oligarch. There's rumours that he was just some sort of starving artist. I've heard he pushed Edinburgh Castle off the hill. There's one theory that he's all made of coat hangers. Kermit the Frog. I heard under the beard and the hat and the glasses, it's Kermit the Frog. But not the original Kermit the Frog, not Jim Henson, but the middle one that they just sacked. And I'm not even talking about the puppeteer, but the frog itself that sort of starred in the films from 1991 up to 2017. Then went off and bought a beard and a hat. I think that one seems a bit of a stretch, to be honest. I've got a can of Dr. Pepper on the windowsill. It's yours if you want it. It's always there. So drop me a line.
Appearances are usually accompanied by a sense of mild nagging worry that is then replaced by a heartfelt optimism.
He said, "I don't think you're well." And I said, "I'm fine. I just have to crawl on my belly if I want to breathe."
All cultures find themselves afflicted by monsters, often reflecting the moral concerns of the time.
If people were to just take the time to look, to investigate, to study that which is around them, you can see these creatures, you can see them, if not their actuality, you can see the edges of their influence.
Triffids.
Yes, Triffids.
Mermaids.
Mermaids, my men, my boys, my girls, they're all in there. And I think Mr. Fruit Salad is one of those creatures. Yeah, very, very much fitting into it. The great pantheon, as you said.
Vampires.
No. I haven't studied for 15 years all of these creatures. I haven't pored over these dusty old books to have someone like you swanning in here and saying, "Ooh, what about vampires?"
Sorry.
To me. Because that belittles my work.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And I think it's obscene, frankly.
Sorry,
No.
I didn't realise it was one of you.
Well, no,
Your bugbears.
I haven't...
Bugbears?
I haven't... Yes.
Bugbears.
Bugbears, yes. Vampires, no.
But while researching this documentary, we found somewhat reliable witnesses that claim to have had actual contact with Mr. Fruit Salad and archive footage that seems to support their claims.
Fruit salad. Can't believe he's called Fruit Salad now. He used to be called Fig.
Up, down, behind, before.
He used to do this thing. He used to lick his hand, and then he'd pat it down on the flour, and then he'd lick it all off. when I fell in love with him. He just became obsessed with his hand, and he wanted it to be the star of the show. And he'd raise it slowly in front of my face as we performed. And I'd go, "Get off!" Aye! Oh! No, I said to him, "Don't ever, whatever you do, never raise your figgy hand in front of my face. All right, you know what I will do." There was something in my eye. How dare he? How dare he come back to the Fringe when he knows I'm here, when he knows he broke my heart? And I bet he doesn't even eat flour anymore.
It's basically like he's trying to close your hand around smoke, I think. That's making stuff. I don't think he ever managed it, Mr. Fruit Salad. I don't think he was committed enough. But he could have. He could have been in with a real shot if he'd tried harder. He was lazy, really.
Other claims as to his origins are far more sinister in their plausibility.
It's Joz Norris. It's Joz Norris with a beard on and some glasses and a hat that looks like a fajita, doing a voice like that.
Unfortunately, due to budgetary and time constraints, there was no way to verify these dubious claims. Ultimately, Mr. Fruit Salad, whatever he is, a cipher for anxiety,
I think I've discovered a lot of good times through it.
a runaway spouse,
He had 20 girlfriends all at once.
a throwaway character act,
They don't have any theories of where he might have been all this time.
No, 'cause it's you.
a justification for frivolous academic pursuit,
I think arriving at the truth would be counterproductive. I think it would ruin the mystery.
or a monster who haunts the dreams of all who see him. He is here to stay in our imaginations for at least a week after you've watched this film.